Greetings once again, my fellow expressions of consciousness. Are you a person who says they can feel other people's energy? Are you an empath? This video is for you and anybody who's interested, of course, in this topic of feeling other people's energy and that energy affecting you in some way. I'm just so aware of how I keep contradicting mainstream beliefs and mainstream spiritual beliefs. However, here I go. Nobody has their own energy. Nobody has their own energy. It's not true. I don't have my own energy. You don't have your own energy. I know this is not a joke. I'm not going to give you a twist, really. I'm going to explain what I mean, but nobody has their own energy from the perspective of truth. Truth, as I've said many times, I like to define it as that which does not change. That must be the truth, right? Because it's always what it is. Everything else changes. So it's a momentary fact. Like it's a momentary fact that my hand is here. And now it's not. But truth is that which exists before I moved my hand, whilst the hand was in the shot of the camera, and now. That's truth of reality. That's the robust source, that which everything relies upon to be. We can filter that source of truth through this body mind construct as well. It will never be as exact, of course, but we can still filter that truth through because we are extensions, expressions of that source of that truth. So in truth, we are all actually the same energy. There's only one energy. I'll say that again. There is only one energy that exists. And there are different expressions of that energy. Just how I say there are different expressions of consciousness, and consciousness is one. Another word we can use would be energy. However, when it comes to energy, actually, more so than consciousness, because everything fundamentally that we say with words is a concept, energy is truly a concept. Like, there is no such thing as energy, really. Show me energy. What you will do is you will show me an action. You will show me something happening. You will show a person clapping their hands. You will show a sound wave, etc. No, show me the energy. We assume energy makes things move. And of course, something is making things move. I'm just saying it's a concept, a useful concept, a fine concept. I have no problem with it. I'm not belittling the concept of energy, but you may not have come across anybody saying that energy is too just a concept. Show me energy. Where is it? I see beautiful greenery. I see my body. Show me energy. I might say I'm tired. I might say I'm feeling lackluster. I'm feeling short of energy. What am I really saying? I'm saying my body feels a particular way. But where is the energy? I'm just saying it's energy that I need. Where's the energy in the food? You can't see it. So, of course, it's invisible. But if it's invisible, then what are we really talking about? What are we really measuring when we say we are measuring energy? And whether you are feeling tired, out of energy or not, low on energy or not, like I said, from the perspective of truth, there is still that which isn't tired, that which is aware of your body being tired and not tired. That never loses its strength, its source, its energy, so to speak. Pure consciousness, the awareness. Anyway, going back to how there is only one energy and you don't actually feel other people's energy because you are the same energy as that person. I'm bringing this up because I came across a person recently. I've seen them a few times at a particular dance class that I go to. And I've noticed that they always, and I mean always, have this like negative face, negative way about them. They seem to be judging everybody. You just see it in their eyes. They never smile. Not that you have to smile, obviously, but there's a way of um, noticing that somebody is kind of in their thoughts a lot, and that's what's making them not smile. Versus they just have a face that isn't wanting to smile at that time, which is fine. And the proof that I had, seeing that they were a negative in a negative place constantly and judging everybody, was after one class. I happened to be walking behind this person and their partner, um, and they said to their partner, "Oh, didn't you feel that the energy in this place was really negative? Like I couldn't relax. The energy in this place was really negative." I was like, "Wow, I knew it. It's so interesting," and it made me want to make this video because everybody in the place in the venue was happy. I can't say everybody, but from what I could see, everybody was happy, right? Myself, music's playing or dancing. But this person, as I say, they never seemed to be able to relax. But I saw very clearly that they were projecting, right? It's a projection. It's not the venue, it's not the people per se. No, everybody is perceiving the same energy, but due to their stories that they place upon the energy, upon people, the feedback that they get, the information is different. Like for example, you might look at somebody with a face like this, and you might interpret that as, oh, that person is negative. No, maybe they're just concentrating on the steps of the dance, of the move, right? Maybe they're a super beginner. Mm, 1, 2, cha cha cha, 3, 4, cha cha cha, right? But you might interpret their face as being negative or even aggressive or angry, and that'll be your story that you're telling yourself, and then that becomes your reality because you create your reality, my fellow expression of consciousness. Isn't that wonderful? But you create both the positive and the negative. So there's only one energy. You don't read other people's energy. You are telling stories about the experience that you are having, as we all are, all the time, telling stories about the experience that we're having. My story right now is that I'm in a great place and I'm enjoying talking to you via this medium. So, to give you another example, my fellow expressions of consciousness, if you consider yourself to be an empath or somebody who reads other people's energy, let's say there's a lump of clay. I've used the clay example a lot. There's a lump of clay, right? You make a person out of the lump of clay and call that person A. Make another person out of the exact same lump of clay and call that person B, right? They come alive through magic. Abracadabra. Person A gets to know person B, and then person A at some point says to person B, clay person B, "I'm not feeling your energy." Hold on a minute, clay person A. Your whole being is exactly the same as clay person B. There is no energy that they have that you are not made out of. You are completely made out of the exact same thing. As I've said many times, when I had my awakening, I came to see that literally we are all expressions of the exact same substance, so to speak. Conceptually, we can call it consciousness or source, universe, God, whatever. But it's the exact same thing. Just as you have a dream and everybody in your dream is made out of the exact same mind. You don't have to take what I'm saying literally, but I'm being very literal. I've seen it very clearly, and you can even reason it, to be honest. But everything is made out of the exact same substance, ultimately speaking. Now, of course, in the relative world, in Maya, this illusion that we have, an illusion just means something that appears to be something that it isn't really. Yeah, it doesn't mean the world isn't real, people are not real. It's just that what we perceive isn't the most truest perception of what we are really perceiving. So it's okay to have levels and labels and call yourself an empath and say that you are reading other people's energy and things like that in the relative world. But I'm just saying, if you are calling yourself a teacher in a deep way, a spiritual teacher, an empath, this is really for you because you need to know, ultimately speaking, that on this path of spirituality, of self awakening, self realization, you have to be that person, as I am, who truly takes accountability for everything in their life. Because the whole you create your own reality notion is true. You create your reality. What you're experiencing right now is predicated upon your stories, your perception of the moment. That's it, of your own mind, right? And you can't have your cake and eat it, so to speak. So to speak, you can't say, "I mean this." You can't. You can't say this. I create my own reality, but you only mean that when good things are happening. You only mean that when things are flowing. No, you are choosing to go against the flow of your higher self, so to speak. You are choosing it. So either you create your own reality, which is ultimately true, or you don't. And you're a pawn and you're just following your own thoughts. You're just a robot, like most people. And I'm not saying in a derogatory way. I'm just saying most people believe that they are solely their mind. I used to. I used to think that. Turns out I'm the observer of my mind. And I use my mind. That's the difference. But most people don't understand that, which is fine. They don't need to. Hello. Do with this information what you will, but again, there was only one energy. You're not reading other people's energy. You're just telling a story to yourself about the exact same energy that's expressed in different forms everywhere. I mean, think about it again. If there were more than one energy, if there was a multiplicity of energies, okay, so you have your energy, I have my energy. The tree has its own energy. The ground has its own energy. A slug has its own energy. A piece of paper has its own energy. Okay, so if that's true, then I ask you this: what is all this energy existing within? What allows for the separation of this energy to coexist with this energy? What allows that separation? What's the source? What's the background of these energies to be able to exist upon? Super energy, mega energy, sub energy, like people say, subconsciousness. Ah, ah. There's only one energy, and it's a concept anyway. But there's only one. If we're going to use the concept of energy, there's only one energy. It's like you will watch a movie with your friend or your lover and have two totally different stories about the film, the same film. You will literally say that this person is the baddie, and the other person will say, no, this other person was the baddie or the good person, or say the movie was good or say the movie was bad. Right? You're watching the exact same movie. I mean, if this is not going to be a good analogy, then I don't know what is. You're watching the exact same movie, right? Yet you still have different perceptions, different stories about the movie. It's the same with energy. You go into a place, the scene, okay, the scene is the same. You'll be seeing it from a slightly different angle, of course, because you have a unique body, but the scene is the same. And you're saying that person's energy over there, I don't feel it. It's not okay, it's not good, it's negative. Whereas another person could say, no, it's good, or not even notice that energy. Now, let me say this. I'm not saying don't trust your feelings about energy. I'm not saying don't judge the energy that you are feeling from seemingly from other people. I'm not saying that because your energy, sorry, your story of reading other people's energy is linked to your intuition, and your intuition should be trusted. Although you do need to develop it because you can mistake negative thinking and intrusive thoughts for intuition. Intuition, I suggest, is only pure, only positive. Whether it's to help you um, or warn you. So yeah, I'm not saying don't trust your feelings or thoughts about energy. I'm just saying just know that it's your interpretation. Like take power in that. That's a good thing. This is a positive video. Yes, I do have a blocked up nose. Hence I took a while to make this video. Um, relative to my last upload. But yeah, take onus. That's a good word. Take onus of the stories that you are telling about the situation. That's empowering. Because what this also means, my fellow expressions of consciousness, is that you can turn negative stories into positive ones if these negative stories are harming you in a certain way. You can do what you want with stories. Stories are powerful. Stories are so powerful that they're using to make something called the Bible, something called the Quran, something called the Torah, something called the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, right? Stories are powerful. Stories are one of the best ways for us to communicate the unseen into the so-called material world, life. Just know that you are telling stories about the same energy. That's how powerful you are. That shows that you are the creator of your reality. It's down to your perception, your storytelling, as it is mine. That's the truth. What are you telling yourself about the situation? You can talk yourself out of a good situation, and you can also talk yourself into a bad situation through your stories that you tell yourself. That's crazy, right? But true. You could be in a good situation and talk yourself out of it through your perception of the experience and believe in certain thoughts. So, and again, you could talk yourself into a bad situation too. Um, yeah, nothing more to say really. I just want you to know that what you are actually saying or meaning when you say you are reading somebody's energy or feeling somebody else's energy is actually that you are interpreting energy, period, full stop. Energy is present and you are interpreting it. It's not necessarily that the person has negative energy, you have negative energy or positive, etc., etc. There's just energy and you are interpreting it with your stories, with your perceptions, based upon your beliefs, based upon how you are looking at the experience, etc., etc. You are that powerful, my fellow expression of consciousness. Have a wonderful day.